Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for support if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye.
Growing up in church, I tithe very faithfully. I still do. This is not an anti-tithing video, but I'm going to explain to you the three different levels of this, and most people are not taught the other two. So it's important that we tithe, but here's where the frustration comes in, because people have been given this impression: you tithe and then increase comes, right? You give it first fruits and increase comes. The Bible talks about how God meets all of our needs according to his riches and glory, okay? And it says that we tithe, we bring the tithe into the storehouse so that there'll be food in God's house, and then see if he will open up the windows of heaven for us and rebuke the devourer. So he promises to meet our needs according to his riches and glory. That's one level, where you have your needs met. This is where most people exist, right? They're in a perpetual state of financial crisis because they're expecting somewhere, like, something's just going to fall in my lap, right? Somebody's going to bring a dump truck and just pour money on my lawn. But that's not how it works. There's two other levels to this, and this will help this make sense. The Bible says that the hand of the diligent shall be made rich. And we actually see this in the parable of the talents and in the parable of the minas, because when the master's giving stuff out, it says that each was given according to his own ability. 5 talents, someone who was given 2 and some who was given 1. The ones who were given 5 talents and the 2 talents went and doubled theirs. How? They actually had skill sets to take and invest the money in order to increase it. The guy that took it and buried it under a tree, there was no skills required for that. So most Christians, and I understand why, this is the culture that we've grown up in, are taught you don't have to do anything. Well, you do. You have to gain skills. You have to actually get excellent at a craft. You actually have to apply yourself, and I'm going to prove that to you here in a second. So the first level is God meeting your needs according to his riches and glory. The next level is being diligent to become rich. And we see this again in the parable of the minas and the talents, because even the little that they had, it was taken from them and given to those who had most. Why? Because they were most skilled in taking what they were given and actually being fruitful and productive with it. But there's another level. The Bible says that God has given us the power to create wealth. Wait a second. I thought you said that the hand of the diligent was made rich. I did. There's a difference between being rich, which is having a lot of money, and having the ability to create wealth. There are people who can get rich, but they lose it. Why? Because they don't understand how to continue to have increase. If you look at the people that are really truly wealthy, what have they done? They've gone and created something. This is part of why the world is in chaos as it is. And actually, the verse that goes along with this is the earth is crying out for the manifestations of the sons of God. What does that mean? It means that the world is literally sitting here waiting for you to become who you're supposed to be, to do your part in society that you are created to do, so that things actually function properly. You're part of a body. If you don't have a leg or a kneecap, or you're missing like 46 muscles out of your body because they just say, well, we don't think we have a part, it doesn't function very well. Actually, even if you take, like, say, your hip, and you throw your hip out or something, it throws your whole body out of alignment, which affects the whole body because it's out of alignment. Now it has to compensate. And when it's compensating, it's doing things that it's not supposed to do. You have, like, parts of your back muscles are doing things that they're not supposed to do because the hip's out of alignment. So you're saying, like, my part can't really be that impactful. Well, it can, because it's part of the body. So that's part of why there's chaos in the earth, is because you're not doing your job. You're sitting there, you know, I have way more in me. I have been made for way more than this, and God just needs to give me more money. I used to think that too. I used to think that my lack of money was my only problem, and if I had more money, then all the problems would be fixed. Except that's not true. If it was, all the lottery winners would still be rich. But they go broke. Why? They don't understand how to generate income. Why? They have no skills. They sit at a job, they don't grow, they don't develop, they don't get any better, they don't learn anything throughout their life, and they lose all of their money because they don't understand how to invest. Like, they have no skills. They can't make money, they can't create wealth, nothing. Here's the illustration for this. Elijah was taken to a widow and he helped her to survive. Right? What she had lasted through the famine. It lasted long enough. Then you have Elisha, who represents the double portion, which represents us in the new covenant, right? Because we have a better covenant. He goes to the widow and she says, I need money. And he doesn't go and just dump his money bag out on her front step and say, here you go. What does he say? He goes and he asks her, what do you want? And interestingly enough, he doesn't even let her respond to that. Probably because her response would have been wrong, because she would have been thinking far too small. So what does he ask her? He says, what do you have? And here's where a lot of you need to get to. She goes to him and she says, oh, I don't have anything. All I have is a little bit of oil, right? I don't have anything. All I'm good at is calligraphy or building stuff or engineering or gardening or cooking, or like, you have a gift. How do I know? Because the Bible says that you have been given the power to create wealth. So for that, you would have had to have been given a gift that you could take and use to create wealth. I don't believe God intended for us to sit and rot and have jobs that we hated and just sit there and stew. Like, you're made for something. You were made to create something. We were made in his image. Who is he? He's a creator. In the beginning, he created the heavens and the earth. There was then 6 days of creation followed by a day of rest. He created something. He created you. You were made in his image. So the frustration you're feeling, it comes from a place of not taking action. Why don't you take action? Well, you don't take action because you don't know who you are. You don't have a full revelation or awareness of who you are or who you were made to be. Hi, this is where I come in. My name is Matthew. I've created Culture of Excellence, and there's a couple parts of this that would be beneficial to you. One, I have a group that meets on Thursday nights. Either 2 nights a month or 4 nights a month. Depends what you need. Some people just need the 2, some people need the 4. I'm also a coach, and I'm good at it. I help people connect dots, get revelations of who they're supposed to be, help them draw on that. Yesterday, I was in a coaching session, and I gave this woman what I consider it's $1 million idea. It was a tweak. It was a book she wrote. And I said, here's a couple things you need to tweak with it. And in my spirit, as soon as I said that, I said, and there's the $1 million idea. Sometimes we have to get around people who are not familiar with us, who don't know our story, who don't know all the stuff, who can look at us and say, this is who you're called to be. Who just have that gift and ability to see that. There's lots of good coaches out there, and I'm one of them. And so, in addition to the group, I offer coaching. I also do consulting for businesses and companies along the lines of, like, you're struggling in your business and you need to figure out why. I help people get clarity along those lines. But for a lot of you, there's a wealth transfer that's coming that you're not even aware of. You have no idea. There's a significant wealth transfer coming, and it's coming primarily in influence. It's going to come in money. What does money really open up? It really opens up influence, right? Because when you're a billionaire or a millionaire and you can operate on that level, you start to do things that other people can't do because you're on a level and a frequency that other people aren't at, right? Your frequency is like your vibe, whatever vibe you're giving off. And really, as we're growing and increasing, we're increasing in levels of our effectiveness, right? We're able to function on different frequencies and different vibrations. This is not new age stuff. They can actually take scientific equipment and show what your body's producing in terms of an electromagnetic field. So when you have a high frequency, your body's operating in a high field. And what do you attract? High frequency things and people. And so for many of you, you need to change your frequency. You need to change the people that you're around, the things you're watching or listening to. You need to make a change of some kind. So for a lot of you, my group would be incredibly beneficial. So if you're interested in inquiring about my group or one-on-one coaching or consulting or anything like that, send me an email and I will get back to you, usually within 48 to 72 hours, just depending on how busy my email is, really. And for people that have resonated with this, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment or something. It helps me reach more people. And if this has really impacted you, send this to somebody, because it's going to be a blessing to them, and it helps me reach all the people that I'm supposed to reach. So thank you for taking the time to watch this, and I will see you in the next video.